السلام عليكم. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. في النصف ساعة القادمة سيكون ضيفنا هو نائب وزير التعليم والعلوم والتكنولوجيا بجمهورية كوريا الجنوبية، ضيف شرف المعرض والمنتدى. ضيفنا حاصل على الدكتوراه في التعليم من جامعة أوريغون، وتعدد في المناصب في كوريا الجنوبية، بدءا من متدرب إداري في وزارة الإدارة الحكومية، ثم مديرا لقسم السياسة العامة، ثم تدرج إلى مدير عام مكتب التخطيط والإدارة في مكتب التعليم بمدينة بوسان الكبرى، ثم انتقل إلى المدير العام لمكتب رعاية التعليم في وزارة التعليم والعلوم والتكنولوجيا، ثم عمل مساعدا لوزير سياسة الموارد البشرية في وزارة التعليم والعلوم والتكنولوجيا، ويتبوأ الآن منصب النائب الأول لوزير التعليم والعلوم والتكنولوجيا. On behalf of the Ministry of Education, we would like to welcome the Vice Minister of Education in South Korea. He's our guest now, and we welcome him to provide the presentation.
Yeah. Assalamu alaikum. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests from Saudi Arabia and 14 foreign countries. I am very honored and pleased to talk about the history and the future of Korea's education on this meaningful last day of the Second International Exposition and Forum for Education. My presentation starts with what Korea has achieved. Then it goes to our educational accomplishments and their driving forces. Finally, I will brief on the current education policies that respond to the needs of knowledge-based society. Let's watch a short video clip on the 1950s Korea. As you saw in the video, after the Korean War, Korea was one of the poorest countries in the world that could not survive without international aid. However, Korea's economy grew remarkably for 60 years. In 2009, Korea, once an aid recipient, became a donor country by joining the OECD DAC. Korea's astonishing growth is gaining attention from the world. It was the power of education that enabled Korea to rise from the ashes of the war and become a wealthy country. With a strategic focus on fostering talents, Korea could become the 7th largest export as well as an IT powerhouse. The first achievement in the area of education is a remarkable expansion of educational opportunity. In a short period of time, we accomplished compulsory education in primary and middle school, and 80% of college entrance rate. Korean students boast their academic achievements, claiming the first ranking in reading and math, as well as the third ranking in science in the OECD PISA. In addition, Korea has excellent pool of technicians. We won the World Skills Competition 17 times, including the recent London competition. As such, Korea has skilled human resources who led the growth of global companies such as Samsung, Hyundai, LG, and SK. What was behind the educational development of Korea? First, the government organized and tuned its education policies to economic development plans in order to produce necessary human resources. The government placed its focus on primary education in the 1950s to rebuild the country after the war. Secondary and vocational education in the 1960s and the 70s for industrial development, and higher education after the 1980s for scientific advancement. Thank you. In today's knowledge-based society, Korea is making an all-out effort to reform its education system and make it more competitive. Another driving force was Hangul, Korea's own alphabet. Hangul is unique in that there is an actual record of its invention about 600 years ago. The alphabet is scientific and easy to learn. So it played an important role in guiding many people to the path of learning. Especially it was very useful in literacy movement in the 1950s. When you leave this room and visit Korea's pavilion in the exhibition hall, you will find Korean alphabet Hangul decorating the wall. There is a Korean saying that goes, "One should not step even on the shadow of his teacher." Our teachers enjoy social respect and good treatment. Many outstanding students enter education universities or teachers' colleges with an aspiration to become good teachers. Above all, Korea's traditional emphasis on education and people's passion for learning served as a fundamental driving force of educational development. Although we have made a lot of achievements, we are also facing new challenges. In this globalized, knowledge-based society, talents are becoming more and more important. In response, the Korean government has laid out new education policies to foster global talents with creativity. Our school system was too much focused on college entrance, which spurred excessive competition among students. Now we are to open up possibilities for every student to develop diverse qualities. We are strengthening career and academic counseling so that students can pursue different career paths. We are also making sure that no student is left behind so that everyone can pursue their dreams. In addition, we are improving college admission systems to weigh on students' potentials and aptitudes. The government recognizes that the key to national development is to nurture creative talents. In order to develop the divergent thinking and problem-solving skill, we laid out the STEAM education that integrates science, technology, engineering, art, and math education. As for enhancing teacher expertise, the government evaluates teacher performance and assists them with a master teacher system, in which master teachers help their colleagues refine their teaching skills. We also introduced the sabbatical year for high-performing teachers so that they can use the time for developing good lessons. Korea is using its advanced IT technology for education. We have equipped all schools with a broadband network. We applied ICT in lessons, which turn out to be more effective. Going further with digital textbooks and cloud computing, and Korea is leading on innovation of smart education. To meet the changing demands of industries, master high schools, which is specialized vocational high schools, for producing skilled technicians is now expanding. Also, there is a serious mismatch in the labor market created by the gap between what university graduates have learned and what companies require to address. To address this problem, industry-university cooperation is being strengthened. We have 4 major institutes specializing in science and technology research and education. They nurture key scientists and engineers for national R&D and serve as a local hub for research and education. Also, through the World Class University Project, Korea is attracting renowned scholars and leading convergence between different disciplines, which will drive the emergence of new industries. Korea is inviting outstanding foreign students through the Global Korea Scholarship, GKS, that includes tuition and language training costs. We are dispatching high-performance teachers to other countries, such as the United Kingdom and Canada. In order to share what we have learned during the educational development, we are also learning the Knowledge Sharing Program, KSP. Ladies and gentlemen and distinguished guests, today Korea's education is taking the second step toward mutual growth to build a world where everyone is happy. We will share our experience with you and learn. We want to learn from you. We will continue to communicate with every corner of the world to open and to share a promising future through education. Thank you for your attention. Shukran.
Korean education is the future of the Republic of Korea and the world. Korea will be with you as a partner in international education cooperation in the efforts to develop and offer better education to every global citizen.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sand. Thank you for the valuable information about the education in South Korea. In Arabic, there is some points that I would like to mention. ما ذكر في مقدمة البرزنتيشن بأن المصدر الوحيد في كوريا هو الإنسان، وبالتالي حصلت أو عملت كوريا على تطوير هذا المصدر حتى تبوأت المرتبة الأولى في كثير من المراكز العالمية في التربية كما وضح في البرزنتيشن. كان من إحدى المقومات والقوى الأساسية للتحفيز هي الرغبة العالية في التعليم، وكما ذكر أيضا في البرزنتيشن بأن هناك استعداد تام لساوث كوريا لمشاركة خبراتها ومعرفتها مع الآخرين في التعليم. Thank you so much for our guest for this presentation, and there is no time for questions. Thank you so much.
But I need to translate.
يعني في استقبال الأسئلة، إذا في أحد عنده مداخلات أو أسئلة للضيف تفضل.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. مرحبا بالضيف الكبير، ونحن سعداء به في هذا المكان. وتحدثنا عن المميزات التي يلقاها المعلم في كوريا الجنوبية. هل حدثتنا عن مزيد من هذه المميزات حتى نستفيد منها في وزارتنا؟ شكرا.
Okay. 좀 와주세요. 내 하는 얘기 번역하는데 이제 한국 교사들에게 뭘 주고 있느냐는 얘기잖아. 우선 첫째 한국의 우선 샐러리 같은 게 봉급 수준이 비교적 높진 않은데 비교적 높은 편이다. 우선 그걸 좀.
First of all, the salary of the teachers. Salary of the Korean teachers is relatively higher than the other positions in Korea.
그다음에 이제 잡이 굉장히 안정적이.
And then also the teacher job is very secure in Korea.
그리고 가장 중요한 요인은 좀 이래 전통적 역사적 요인인데.
And then most important thing is the historical background.
그 교사에 대한 존경심 같은 게 굉장히 이 사회 문화로 돼 있다.
And then socially in Korea, Korean cultures, and then Korean people respect the teachers, respect the teachers compared to the other countries.
내가 발표에서 아까 선생님이 그림자도 밟지 않는다는 얘기를 했잖아. 마찬가지로 should not step.
So yeah, the first 5 ministers already mentions about the Korean saying that one should not step even one on the shadow of the one teachers. That means actually we from the old times to the past to the today's, the Korean students just respect the Korean teachers.
그다음에 그 외에도 굉장히 유명한 우리 또 말이 군사부 일체인데 king, 군사부 일체. King, teacher, and father are same. 군사부 일체. Yeah, teachers are same.
From the old.
Yeah, we all saying.
Yeah, and also there is an old saying that kings and teachers and father is the same. So we are the king and fathers and teachers. We think that we are the high levels, the same levels.
The teacher 선생은 이 king하고 동급.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, the king is the same as the teachers in Korea from the old times.
Yeah, I think rather than salary and the stability of job security, I think it's very important to respect teachers. So teachers can control students and teach very well. Yeah.
مداخلة أخرى في الأول، في الصف الأول.
نحيي الضيف الكريم، وعندي سؤالين بالنسبة لعدد متوسط عدد الطلاب في حجرة الدراسة في كوريا، كم تقريبا؟ وأيضا أنصبة المعلمين، الحصص اللي يدرسها المعلم في الأسبوع، ما أعلى نصاب يدرسه المعلم الكوري؟ شكرا.
Okay.
آخر واحد.
In 1960s, there are 50 or 60 students in just in one class. 50 or 60 students just in one class. And then in recent years, nowadays, there are about 30 students in one class.
달리 말하면, in other words, 우리가 50년대, 60년대 교육 기회를 확대하기 위해서 클래스 사이즈 굉장히 컸어요. 그게 이제 계속 국가가 경제 발전을 하면서 클래스 사이즈를 굉장히 줄여지고 이런 얘기고, 쉽게 말하면 좀 처음에는 좀 quantity of education에 emphasis 뒀다고.
So in 1960s, the Korean governments and the Korean societies focused on the quantity of the education, but nowadays we are focused on the quality of the education. That's why the number of the students are decreasing nowadays.
The reason the Korean government put emphasis on the quantity first, because the Korean government want to, first of all, to give educational opportunity to every student is very important. Every student a basic level of education. The Korean government thought it's very important to development of Korean economy and society. But it was very hard time. Even in Korea, the teacher is a very respectable job. It's not easy. One teacher can manage or control a class with 60 or 70 students. It's not easy. So recently we can move rapidly to the quality of education. We are emphasizing quality of education first.
مداخلة من الأخوات.
Yes, I'd like to thank you for this nice presentation, and I would like to know, do you have special program for implementing professional learning community network in Korea's schools? And how about if you expand this networking to Saudi schools also? Thank you.
عيدي السؤال لو سمحتي.
I'd like to know if they have special program for professional learning community schools networking in Korea, and if they have the ability to expand it to Saudi schools if they have it at the first place. هل لديهم شبكات لمجتمعات التعلم المهني في المدارس بكوريا؟ وهل لديهم الرغبة والقدرة على توسيعتها لتشمل المدارس في السعودية إذا كانت لديهم موجودة أساساً؟ وشكراً.
I can understand the second question, but I cannot understand the first question. Yeah. What's the
What's the meaning of?
So we have a 2 or 3 years community college in Korea, and then there are colleges on mainly focused on the employment. So the professional persons, and then there are about 200 community colleges in Korea right now.
Junior college. Yeah. The second question is 오늘 오전에 이제 사우디 고등교육부 Minister of Higher Education, 사우디 교육부하고
Yeah, today in the morning he met the person who works in the Ministry of the Higher Education in Saudi Arabia. Yeah, Deputy Minister of Higher Education.
and the Deputy Minister of Education, the Minister of Education. 고등교육부에서 고등교육부.
So he met the deputy of the higher education persons and the ministry of the higher education.
여러 가지 얘기를 많이 나눴는데 특히
He discussed some issues about education and sharing the ideas each other.
ICT를 활용한 교육기회 확대.
Yeah. And then he
방송 시스템을 활용한 이 교육기회 확대.
yeah, so he discussed issues about ICT education programs and also the Korean broadcasting education systems. So they discuss about two issues each other.
나는 이제 특히 그런 부분이 이 지역이 넓고 인구가 이렇게 많이 흩어져 있거든요. 이 중동 지역 쪽에는 굉장히 유용한 한 가지 어프로치, 발전 전략, 발전 어프로치가 접근 전략이 될 수 있겠죠.
You know, the ICT education and broadcasting system is very useful for the Middle East because the many cities and many peoples are separate. Yes, separate. They have a large territory. So I think he thinks that it's very useful for the Middle East, the peoples who use the ICT educations and education broadcasting system.
그런 부분은 우리가 사우디아라비아뿐만 아니라 다른 나라들하고도 굉장히 같이 공유할 수 있는 부분이에요.
Yeah, so ICT education system and then education broadcasting system is very powerful for the Korean government, the Korean people to share the experience, not only the Middle East but also the other country.
اوكي، سؤال اخر من الاخوات وبعدين نرجع للاخوان.
السلام عليكم. لو سمحت بغيت اطرح سؤالين فقط سريعين. هل استخدم المعلمون في كوريا خطط التطوير المهني بصورتها البسيطة؟ هذا السؤال الأول. السؤال الثاني، ما هو دور جمعيات المعلمين أو نقابة المعلمين أيا كانت التسمية في كوريا لدعم المعلمين وتوفير الأدلة الإجرائية في حال وجود مشاريع أو استراتيجيات جديدة لتطبيقها؟ أعيد السؤال الأول بشكل سريع، ما هو دور خطط التطوير المهني التي يضعها المعلم بصورتها البسيطة بدون طبعا إشراف مباشر من المشرف، ما يكون فيها تقييم؟ السؤال الثاني، ما هو دور جمعيات المعلمين أو منظمة المعلمين أو نقابة المعلمين أيا كانت التسمية في دعم المعلم في كوريا؟ كيف توفر له الدعم الملائم، وأقصد به الدعم اللي هو المعنوي، الدعم العلمي لتوفير أدلة إجرائية في حال تطبيق عندهم مشاريع جديدة أو استراتيجيات جديدة؟ وشكرا.
첫째 질문은 한국 교원들의 좀 학생들을 고생하는
Actually, recently we introduced the master teachers program and then sabbatical. Yeah. And sabbatical years for teachers.
그걸 해서 좀 많은 교분을 강화하고 있고
예.
그다음에 근데 가장 기본적인 것 중에 하나는 한국 교직에 굉장히 우수한 문제들이 많이 나요. 그게 또 첫째요.
Yeah, the first, actually, there are many excellent students. They are entered the teachers university. So they are they are become very excellent teachers when they graduate from the education university. So that's one of the main factors that enhance teachers' professional development.
And basically, we have a good, well-organized teacher training system. Yes, so teachers can obtain and develop their expertise on the every stages. Yeah. They can have opportunities to develop themselves in teaching skills. Yeah. 그다음에 두 번째 질문이 이 교원 노조 얘기인데 노조는 이제 한국에서 한 10여 년 정도 됐거든.
About 10 years ago, the Korean teachers unions will start since 10 years ago.
여러 단체가 있고.
And there are several the teachers unions nowadays in Korea.
모든 부분에서 우리 정보하고 일치하지는 않지만은
Sometimes there are sometimes teachers unions opinions is not matches to the Korean government.
We have conflict with teachers unions or teachers alliance, but sometimes we have we can achieve consensus on national education issues also.
السلام عليكم.
آخر سؤال معلش يا أخوات، آخر سؤال من هنا من الشق الرجالي، تفضل.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. محمد الخنيزي من مجلس الشورى. Thank you very much for your valuable information about education in Korea, and you are welcome in Saudi Arabia. I have two questions. One is, how did you overcome the shortage of money, especially at the beginning, between accelerating a good education and shortage of money? Second question is, you talk about tradition. Your tradition is valuing education. How did you overcome also the barrier between your language and getting very high education quality? Thank you very much.
And in early the 1950 or 60s, the Korean governments tried to focus on the compulsory elementary school systems, even though at the times the Korean governments don't have much enough, the monies and resources at the time. But the Korean governments tried to do their best to invest their resources and the money on the establishing compulsory elementary the elementary school system. And then second main thing is like a Korean. We have the Korean parents have their education fever. So even though the Korean parents they couldn't be educated, the Korean parents wants to give the children to give them the big opportunities to study. So Korean parents spend a lot of money and times and to let the children study and then study.
In short, Korean parents dedicated or even I think it sacrificed to educate their children. They burden the considerable part of education expenditures by themselves. That's one of the important factors. In addition, private sector, private schools or private colleges or universities can share the burden of educational finance. That's one reason. Yeah.
The last questions.
At first, I would like to welcome you in our country, Saudi Arabia, and we are grateful for making us see the innovation of Korean education. I want to ask about the preparation of the teacher. What is the percentage of practical training for teachers in the teacher preparation in the college? What is the percentage of practical training? And then what about the first year teacher? Is there any training or special training for first year teacher? Where they do? Are they do in the cities or in the college as we do here? We want to know this. Thank you very much.
Training for each teacher.
It's very hard to calculate it, exact the percentage of the training right now. So actually, during the summer or winter vacations, there are several and lots of training programs. So many teachers just participate in that kind of training system during the winter and summer vacation. And then if the teachers if the teachers need some professional training or workshops during the semester, if needed, they can go and participate in that training program. But most of training programs they are held during winter or summer vacation.
Thank you so much. شكرا لكم. في الختام نود أن نؤكد فقط على نقطة ذكرها في البداية لمميزات المعلم، وهي احترام المعلم في ثقافة المجتمع، وأيضا الاحترام بين الطالب والمعلم، واعتبار المعلم في مرتبة الأب. باسمكم جميعا نشكر نائب وزير التعليم والعلوم والتكنولوجيا بجمهورية كوريا، وندعو سعادة وكيل الوزارة للتخطيط والتطوير لتقديم درع تذكاري لضيفنا الكريم. تفضل.